Hi, can one of you confirm that you can finally hear and see me properly? I am so sorry that I'm late. I have a completely new setup now. I am in Bangalore, which is why I'm back to creating more videos and teaching more full-fledged. So I thought, for the beginning, I should definitely connect with you guys and understand that how the prep is going on with all the recession going on. So just wanted to make sure that you are able to hear me, see me properly, and then I will start picking up the questions. Yeah, thank you so much for the patience for showing up. Firstly, I can see that a lot of you have stopped the DSA practice, and I can see that a lot, not just on this channel, but in general. Is there some particular reason? Is there a fear that, because of recession, what is the point of all of this, or what exactly is the thought process? So, just wanted to understand. Also trying to start taking up the questions. So what is your tech stack? My main language will always be C++ because that is what I started coding on. But as a software developer, one of the main things that you have to learn is to be able to literally pick up any tech that is given to you in work. So I have worked a bit on Python, a bit on React, a bit on Java, so here and there. And but my main language is C++. Always has been C++. Okay, and actually, interestingly, there's a misconception that there are very less companies who work in C++, but interestingly, there are a lot of companies who work in C++, like Adobe. Then there is Intuit, Atlassian, Google. A lot of things happen in C++. People think it is just for beginners, and C++ is not good enough, but that is not the case. I assure you, there are a lot of companies for which C++ is very, very important. It is like the base layer, and you'll get to learn a lot even if you code in C++. Is there any future plan for system design courses at your channel? Yes, I am actually planning something very interesting and very different that has not been covered in any of the channels till now. In terms of high level system design, I wanted to give an entire idea of end-to-end system design. So that is what is going to happen. I'm so sorry that I have not been active. A lot was going on in personal life. If you follow me on Insta or main channel, you might be knowing. But now it is going to be like super regular, so I need to stay connected to you guys to really understand what you guys need. Okay, so I want to create content that is actually genuinely helpful for you guys. No more masala, nothing. It is going to be tutorials. It is going to be like apt videos that you guys really want. Okay, so picking up more questions. Impact of recession and opportunities. See, opportunities might reduce right now. There is no doubt about that. Like we all know that firing and all that is going on, but in long term we have seen in like in past also that whenever recession happens, it also ends. Okay, it is going to end and opportunities are going to come back. And when that happens, there are going to be, like, say there's like one opportunity that is there, one opening, and there are going to be so many people who are going to apply for that. There are so many people who are not switching jobs right now because they're scared. They are not like ready that this is not the right time to switch jobs, we might get fired. That thing is there. So when the openings come up, there's going to be a lot of competition, so you need to be prepared for that. You just can't go like, right now hiring is not happening, so I'm not going to prepare. You need to keep practicing DSA, high level system design. You need to keep upskilling yourself. You need to be ready for whenever the opportunities come up. It is not like opportunities are going to end. Yes, they are getting impacted right now, but recession is also temporary. We need to remember that. Okay, so we together can do that by motivating each other like that. Ravi is saying, I request you to start full stack developer course, or at least provide good resources along with roadmap. Yes, Ravi, that is the plan now, that end to end cover everything from actually writing the code to also understanding the basics, like from beginner level to high level, everything. But I would just need your support. And I can see that because I've not been consistent in the last few months, support has reduced a lot. So I'm honestly here to, you know, connect again and, to get back that support that I used to have with you guys. So yeah, there are a lot of you who keep telling me that you're happy to see me back again. Vineet, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Okay. Rahul, thank you for all your support. You have been there since the very beginning, and I remember your names, because you guys have been supporting since the beginning. But I also noticed that the comments have reduced, but it is going to come back. I hope so. So Shivai is saying I'm comfortable in C++, but I work in a company which works in Java. So in system design now, can I use C++ in that? Because I've always coded in C++ for interview prep and DSA. Yes, Shivai, you can definitely code in C++. 99% companies will allow you that. There are going to be very, very less companies who are going to be very specific that no, you have to code in Java only. But I have interviewed for a lot of companies. I have seen people getting interviewed for a lot of companies, and this has never been an issue. They just want to know if you know the logic, if you know the design patterns concept, the LLD concept, if you are thorough with object oriented programming, if you're able to write code good enough. It doesn't matter whether you code in C++ or Java. It is just matter of syntax for them, and they understand that you can always go and say in the interview that I'm a C++ person, and in case they still want you to code in Java, just tell them I will need to see the syntaxes. But 99% you shouldn't be having any problem. You should be able to code in C++. At least I never had to face that problem, not once. Sachin is asking me how did you practice for TSA? So I did not have anyone to guide me, honestly. I used to do it myself, and there were no good famous YouTubers at that time. And I remember studying through books, and whenever I used to have doubts, I used to go to to CS students. I used to find them somehow to clear my doubts. So I have struggled a lot, and that is why when I teach, I teach in such an easy way, because I understand where all you can get stuck and what all problems you can have. And that is why I put in my best whenever I am teaching, because I understand that if you're a beginner, what all problems you could be facing. Yep. Unable to come up with a logic in medium level problems approach, I used to try myself for 20 minutes and check for solutions and learn intuition and concepts. Is this the correct approach? I have a question, have you watched the safest videos? Because that is what I do. I try to come up with the logic, and then see if we can come up with ourselves, and then I cover the usual edge cases also. So now when you keep thinking of the edge cases again and again as you do more and more questions, it will start hitting you eventually, and you will not get stuck. It is about, are you thinking of all the edge cases when you're solving the questions? And if you're thinking of all the edge cases, then with time, are you not making the same mistakes again and again? And if you're doing that, you should be able to improve with as many questions as you do. So you are following the right approach. It is just that you have to be patient and give it time and solve a lot more questions, because it is not going to happen in a day or two. Nobody is able to do it in a day or two. I assure you, even the people who seem like masters of the essay, even Googlers, when they are sitting back for an interview, they will need to revise back the concepts. No one is going to always remember the concepts. So you need to have continuous practice, or at least when you get back to it, you will need some time to get back to the form, to remember, okay, this is how it was working, like that. So it is not going to happen in a day or two. It is a matter of patience. So you have to keep that. Okay. Taking up more questions. What is the best way to learn coding language in depth? By practicing, by actually writing the code, and not just DSA code, because in DSA there's very limited things that you will be writing. If I do DSA in C++, there's going to be stacks, queues, linked lists, all that I'm going to write, right? But when I actually start writing the code, the LLD code and all of that, that is when I'm going to get stuck. Okay, now how do I connect these classes? How do I actually take in the input? How do I output? There are going to be so many problems that I'm going to get stuck when I actually start implementing huge things and not just DSA. If you want to really learn a language in depth, start working on projects or, LLD by yourself in that particular language. That is the best way to go about it. You will figure out the problems yourself, and then you will try to solve them yourself. So you're going to understand eventually. Yep. First BTech year roadmap for 4 years. So Jayesh, BTech, you have the most amount of time that you are ever going to have, ever. So you have to spend this time exploring what you're really liking to do. Don't do just competitive programming because rest everyone else is doing, or don't do open source because everyone else is doing that. Explore different options and figure out what you like the most. Work on projects. Try to understand, you like web development, app development, or are you liking AI, ML? What is the call of passion for you? figure out, like in the at least the first few months, I would really say that spend some time learning one programming language, spend some time with DSA, with competitive programming, with web dev, app dev, to understand what you're liking the most. And then from second year, get to it like properly, or from the first year, say second half, second semester, you will understand what you are liking the most, and then spend the rest of your time, like, really becoming really really good at it. So that is what I would really suggest, so that you become master of one thing, but you also know the rest of the things, and you know why you're doing something. Most of us just take up engineering without knowing that why we have taken it, why are we doing this. But in BTech, you have the time to figure out what you're liking, what you're not liking, so you utilize the time for doing that. Okay. Ravi is saying at least you can start any group of mentorship like Telegram or other platform if possible. It really great help for us, mainly person like us who need only guidance and have little bit doubt. So Ravi, see, I am here live today, right? And there are so less number of people. I am actually surprised. So why don't, if you have any problem, like you are free to message me on LinkedIn, Insta. You're free to like leave a comment on YouTube. Now that I'm like completely active, I'll make it a point to reply to you all. And if I feel the number of comments are increasing and I'm unable to reply, I surely will create like a group as well, where you guys can also message and I can also message. But for now, if I see good enough number of doubts on the comments and messages, I will definitely do that. Taking up next question, please make a detailed video on how to become good at debugging as a fresher. This is actually a very interesting video, and yes, I am going to do that definitely. Aman, there are so many tutorials on HLD and LLD on YouTube. So can you please make tutorials on super advanced level and make complex designs? I can find only basic level concepts everywhere. Yes, Aman, that is the point. But not everyone really understand the basic level concepts also. And I don't think there are many LLD and HLD videos on YouTube yet. There are like hardly 2-3 YouTubers who are doing that. So I disagree that there are so many. But yes, I am going to cover high level complex also. But I'm also going to cover basic, maybe not immediately. I'm going to start from advanced first, because as you said, basic level is present, but advanced level is not present. So I'll do that, but somewhere I will also cover the basic parts. सचिन लिंक्डइन पे आंसर नहीं दे रहे आप. अरे लिंक्डइन पे यार थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, बट यूट्यूब कमेंट पे आप डाउट पूछो मैं रिप्लाई नहीं करूँगा, ऐसा शायद ही कभी होगा. मतलब आई मेक इट अ पॉइंट टू रियली रिप्लाई on YouTube and Insta at least. LinkedIn पे मिस हो जाते हैं. I am trying to get back to it. अब they are full fledged, I will be replying, I promise. Ma'am, I am fresher and I got Salesforce dev role. It has good career. In future, can I switch to other domain? It does have good career, but I don't know why you want to switch to other domain. Like, I did not understand your question somewhere. Like, what is the problem? Why you want to switch? Are you not happy with it? You think it doesn't have any future? Please tell me a bit in details so that I can answer you. Shiva is saying, first time I made unit tests in Java using JUnit, so I don't know how will I justify those in C++. Basically, my question is, unit tests are asked or not in system design round for the code. So Shiva, in system design, people are not going to worry about the language that you're using. You can write the test cases in Java or in C++. You might be asked, but if you don't know the syntaxes, that is fine. You can explain that these will be the unit test cases. It is not a very big deal. If you can come up with the correct use cases and even tell like a tentative, like not correct syntax, it will be good for system design. It won't be such a huge problem. Point is that you should be able to write in any one language. If you can do that, they don't really care whether you're able to come up with the correct syntax in that particular language or not. If you can answer, cool. How to manage and practice DSA while having a full-time job? See, upskilling is always something that you have to do as a software developer. You can never leave it aside, and let it be DSA or web dev or anything projects, you have to make time for it. Don't spend time just doing office work. That is going to help you in I'm not saying it's not going to help you, but you need to divide your day. So 8 hours in office, 8 to 9 hours, right? It's still 24 hours. If we can all divide it, even if you spend like half an hour in DSA every day, it is good enough. like one question also is good enough. Imagine going through one question when you're on your way to office or when you're taking a break. Just one question is also good enough for every day, trust me. So stop making very huge goals for yourself and start with a very small goal, one or two questions every day, and that will help you improve a lot, trust me. That is why I started this, that one question every day thing. I know not everyone can do it because it is a huge thing to do, but if you can, it will actually really help you. So yep. I have keen interest in blockchain. Can you please tell how is the scope of that, job, salary and all? I mean, see, blockchain projects are there definitely, but right now in India, honestly, I think there are less companies working on it. You might have to like find and really research which all companies are working. But if you're really interested and if you're really good at it, you will definitely get some scope. But honestly, right now outside India, I think more work is happening in blockchain than in India. But I think you will still get job opportunities. You will just have to like look for it a lot because it is a very specific domain and not many companies are working on it right now. So yeah, but you can definitely find opportunities. It is not the case that you can't look for it, but it might take you a bit longer to get the correct one. I started my lead code journey when you have started code from scratch. Now I have solved 390 questions. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Oh, this makes me so happy. I'm going to pin this. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means. 390 questions is a lot. You're inspiring so many others. And see, those who are saying that they're struggling with time management and all, it has not been very long since I started CFS, and this guy has done 390 plus questions, and people have the target as 300 plus questions. So I am sure, Mohit, you have learned a lot in the past few months. Great going, keep it up, and I hope that you will achieve what you're looking for, like whichever company you are aiming for or whatever rank you are hoping for, whatever you're looking for. Yuvraj is saying currently in 8th SEM and doing internship in a service-based company. Can you please guide me on how can I get a job in a startup? Yuvraj, see, startups are very different than the conventional companies. You can impress them by your projects, by your resume, by just your knowledge. So upskill yourself and keep bugging them that my resume is like this. Keep an eye out for hackathons, for coding challenges, and for any job openings on LinkedIn. Keep messaging people on LinkedIn and you will definitely come up with something. Don't wait that a startup is going to post that okay, there's a vacancy and now you can come and apply. Don't wait for that. You'll have to like look for it yourself, since you are still in college and recession and startups, and the entire the entire thing, right? So what you have to do is really upskill yourself and really debug and really try to open all the doors possible for you. Mohit is saying I haven't stopped any one day from that day. This makes me so happy, Mohit. You just motivated me to do so much better. I know I was not able to do, but you have done it, and I'm very proud of you, and you're inspiring me. Thank you. Vineet is saying I am 2022 pass out. I'm working as a IT support engineer, but I want to switch in software developer role. Please help me. How can I achieve it? Vineet, see, for software development, you need to know DSA properly, which is what I'm covering in this channel. Then a bit of low-level design and then high-level design. Start with DSA, be ready for SD roles. Since you're still in IT roles itself, it is easier for you to get interview calls. You just have to make the resume and apply for it. Make your resume stand out by doing open source or competitive programming or something like that. And once you stand out, you'll get an interview call. But in interview, you will need to know DSA. So the most important underlying point is that you need to know DSA and you need to practice that. And that is what we are doing in this channel, and it's a good thing that you are here. Utkarsh is saying I'm currently in 4th SEM, I'm confusing C++ and Java and I want to learn DSA and development. Also, which language should I prefer? I'm a beginner, please help me. Utkarsh, the language does not matter. Trust me. Take C++ for one day, take Java for one day, see whatever gives you the more vibe. You can take up all the interviews, DSA, development, everything in both the languages. Okay, just pick up any one damn language and start. If you keep yourself confused, C++, Java, C++, Java, you will spend more and more time being confused instead of really, doing it. So stop thinking about it so much. Just pick up one language, and whichever gives you more feel, just go with it. Don't stop after that. Don't let these things get in your way. These are like small things. So it doesn't matter C++ or Java. I know it's an important decision, but one day of C++, one day of Java will give you feels whether you are liking C++ more or Java more. Then just go for it. Aditya is saying, please tell about system design also. SDE2 role. Can we do important things related to system design for interviews in 2 months while revising DS at the same time? Please reply. Yes, Aditya, 2 months is more than enough for system design. Trust me, especially if you're a software developer. SDE2 is if you're applying for SDE2, you're SD1, right? So you do have some experience with writing code, and that is good enough. But you need to know some more things. Like on main channel, I've covered design patterns for low-level design. I've also covered exactly what all things you need to study for low level design, for high level design. For SDE2, you will need both. So you will need to know OOPS very properly, design patterns very properly for LLD. For HLD, I have created a cheat sheet as well as, what all questions to ask in the interview. I also have some mock interviews. You can go through them. It is all on main channel. So system design is discussed on the main channel. If you have any doubts after watching those videos, feel free to text me. I will be here to help you out. Okay. Cricket Guru is asking, I'm facing difficulty in OOPS concepts. Any suggestions for improving that? I think more than OOPS, did you mean design patterns? OOPS, what part are you facing problem? Like classes, objects, are you facing problem in that? I need to understand that, where exactly you are facing problems so that I can understand that and help you out over there. Okay. Please suggest platforms where we can practice working on projects. I learned tech stacks such as Python and JS, but since I don't practice, I'm not able to remember concepts. So why do you need any platform to work on project? Like just pick up any one damn idea and create a project on that. Literally anything. There are so many projects online that you can get help from, or there's literally so much. I don't know why you need a platform for that. Like if you're working on Python and JS, as you said, you can just install it on your system and start working on it. You really don't need a platform. Stop running behind things that you don't need. Just start working on it. Yep. Gratitude to you because I found your explanations and love my explanations of DSA problem the best on the YouTube. Please make more such videos. Great content indeed. Thank you so much, Shivai. You guys have no idea how much every single message like this means to me. Seriously. Thank you so much. And if you guys are really liking the content, then I would highly appreciate it if you could like share it with at least one of your friends. Let people know that I teach decent. It is going to motivate me a lot more. So thank you. Your opinion about CDAC. Okay, what about it? What do you want to know my opinion about? Just tell me a bit more what you're looking to hear for. Okay. Just looking through more questions. After ChatGPT, DSA worth it or not? Why not? Do you think your interview rounds are changing anytime sooner? No. You need DSA. You need to build your logical skills with ChatGPT or without ChatGPT. You need to have good logical skills, and that is what interviewers measure you against. DSA. You need to practice DSA. You need to know DSA for interviews. No matter if ChatGPT is there or not, don't let such things come to your mind. I have 3 years of experience in service-based company and not worked on a good dev project till now. Should I apply for SD1 or SD2? Having a background of service-based, will it be difficult to work as SD2? Honestly, it will be harder because SD2, they will expect you to have some experience of, working on code, being able to do it yourself. Having said that, if you're able to really ace the DSA rounds, do good in LLD and HLD, there's a high chance you can get the SD2 role. Okay, but you have to be extremely good in your interviews to really tell them that you are worth SD2 and not SD1. A lot of times it happens that people come to interview for SD2 but seeing the level, us interviewers will have to give feedback that not worth for SD2 can do for SD1. Because SD1s can afford to make mistakes and we can afford to spend some time helping them, training them, but we don't expect ourselves spending so much time in training SDA2s. If you're SDA2, you're expected to do things yourself. So if you can show that in an interview, and if you can actually do that, then great, then you can get SDA2. Ashish is asking what is going to happen in 2023 grads because every company is on hiring freeze. Ashish, I know there's like a moment of fear right now, like, but having said that, there are so many startups, there are so many companies that prefer to work with freshers because they have a lot more passion, compassion, and they really want to work hard. Recession is temporary, hiring freeze is temporary. It is going to get revoked. Opportunities are going to open. Maybe not through the placements, maybe off campus, but it is going to happen sooner or later. It might be harder, it might be slower, but it is going to happen. So instead of really worrying about what is impacting entire market, worry about how you can stand out of the market. If there are 100 people applying for a job, are you better than those 99 people? So focus on that instead of worrying about the factors that are not under your control. If you make yourself stand out, if you upskill yourself, it is going to work out. It is not going to happen in software development that opportunities stop or people don't hire freshers. It is not going to happen. You just have to make yourself stand out more. So just remember that. Ashwini is saying, are clone projects going to get me a front-end dev job? See, there's a limitation of unique projects now because there's like so many people are creating projects. Obviously, copies happen, but you have to make the entire project yourself. You should have end-to-end idea. If you want a job in an interview, people can ask you literally anything about a project and you should be able to answer each and everything in detail. Only if you understand everything in detail, you can, get a job, because interviewers can ask you anything about your projects. So you need to work on the projects yourself. The point is not the uniqueness anymore. The point is to understand it end to end properly. I like the way you're solving the problem first with basic outline and step-by-step edge cases and important aspects. That makes me understand the problem crystal clear. Thank you so much, Cricket Guru. Really means a lot, and I hope because I really understand, the problems that we guys face during solving questions because I face them myself. So I'm able to help a bit. Yep. Okay, taking up more questions. I have doubt that is Mang company hires Salesforce developer after 1 or 2 year experience, or should I side by side learn other training tech like data engineer? Okay, what is trending tech? Okay, see Mang. Okay, I don't know why people are so much after Mang, but let's assume you want to get into Mang. Amazon, Google, all of these hire not on the basis of the tech that you're working, on the basis of your logical skills on DSA system design. If you can do that, they don't really care whether you have been working on Salesforce or something. And trendy tech, do you really want to become data engineer? If you want to become data engineer only, then go for it. Do you want to become an SD? Data engineering and software development are two different things. You can get into Mang from both. So first really understand what you want to do in life instead of going after a company. Go after what you really want to do first. So I honestly don't understand such questions. You should be first figuring out what tech you want to work on, whether you want to be a full stack developer, front end developer, back end developer, you want to be in DevOps, you want to be SRE related, you want to do data engineering, AI, ML. First figure that out, then run behind a company. All companies have all the possible roles that you can think of. It is just that what you want to do, figure that out first. Hi Keerti, please don't ignore my question. Lakshmi, I can't find your question. Can you please say that again? I really can't find your question. Ashish is saying, to be honest, I was working as a Flutter developer, but they said that they had funds issues as they don't have projects too. So I'm worried now. Ashish, see, more and more companies are moving towards Flutter, but it is still a very new tech, and very less companies are working on that right now. It is a very specific tech that you're looking forward to, and people don't do much of system design and oops and such things. But if you want to like really get into Flutter, then aim for the companies who work in Flutter. You're definitely going to find them. But since there's a limitation, you have to like spend more time looking for it. You just can't expect that all the companies are going to be working on it. It is a relatively new tech, so you have to spend some time looking for the correct fit. Um, Next question. Should I totally focus on DSA or side coding like React, JS, JavaScript? Currently, I'm in second year. See, you need to have a balance of both. DSA is going to help you clear your interview rounds. You cannot clear your interview rounds without DSA. But having real experience of working on projects is going to make you stand out. I would say that work on a few projects, like at least 2-3 projects. You don't have to do competitive programming, but you should be able to clear the rounds, DSA rounds, answer all the questions in interviews. If you can do that, continue working on projects. So balance of DSA and development, but whatever you like doing whatever you like doing more, stand out in that. But you have to keep a balance of both. You can't do just one. And which one to do more, you can choose on the basis of what you like doing more. Okay, I'm going to pick up another 10 questions, I'm guessing. Okay. In DSA, can you teach us basic mathematics, example, prime, GCD, combinatorics, modular? Because I seen less videos in YouTube. Raj, I would actually love to teach these topics honestly, but the topics that I'm covering right now are so common, and still the number of views are less because there are very less number of people who are actually interested in studying, and that makes it very sad for YouTubers, because if I cover mathematics topics and then there are even lesser people who are interested to study for it, I will eventually cover everything. But the point is that I need to feel supported, and need to see the people enthusiastic enough to study DSA to be able to cover topics that are not very common as well. I really, really love to teach, and I would like to cover as many topics as possible, and especially these topics as well, because I love maths. But I need to see more support, honestly. Kiran, again, please pick my question, but I can't see your question. So, guys, if you want to take my question, if you want me to take your question, then you have to put it up. Lakshmi is saying, I'm working in government sector from 5 years. Now I want to move to IT sector as BE developer. Please suggest me the path. Lakshmi, pick up one. Okay, so this is the path to become a software developer. Pick up any one language. It can be C++, Java, Python, anything. Preferably C++ or Java. It will be easier for you. The basics will be clear, but you can pick up JavaScript, Python, and all of that also. Okay, pick up one language. Be decent enough to understand the code to be able to write basic code. Then start with data structures and algorithms. Start with arrays, vectors, linked lists, stacks, queues, then trees, graphs. Once you are decent enough in data structures, algorithms, then go ahead and understand object-oriented programming, classes. Okay, be very good at it. Then design patterns. Be good at this, then you can apply for jobs. That will be SD1 role. After that, for a bigger, higher role, you will have to do high-level system design. This is what you have to do. First, you have to do a programming language. Then you have to understand DSA basics. Then you should be able to write code in DSA and all of that. Then LLD, OOPS, design patterns. You can apply for jobs. I hope I made it clear. If you have any other problem, just let me know. Please teach complete LLD and HLD from basic to advanced, as there is no videos on YouTube. There are videos, but yes, I am going to do that. Like end to end, yeah, I agree that there are no videos from basic to advanced level. That is what I'm going to do. I am back to content creation, and I promise I will be creating much more content on LLD, HLD, and I will be covering all of this. Okay. Can you please accept my connection request on LinkedIn? Utkarsh, I'm so sorry, but actually on LinkedIn there's a limit of 30,000 connections, and that was crossed for me a long time back. I'm really sorry I can't connect, but we can definitely connect on Insta or YouTube or any other platform that you like. But LinkedIn, the number of connections has maxed out, so I'm sorry. Mohit is saying, please don't stop code from scratch. I am watching all your videos. Thank you so much, Mohit. But in order to really support me and to push me to do more, could you please share the videos with your friends? Could you push more people to really do it? Share it on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp. It will mean so much to me. It will motivate me to stay consistent and create more and more videos. Right now I'm doing the 18-day thing, so I've already made like I think 6 or 7 videos, and then from tomorrow I guess 10 more videos, and then I'm going to wait for people to actually view these and get used to these, and then we are going to see when we can restart. um, Guys, I'm picking up last two questions. Okay. For SD interview, should we have experience in designing the system or current company, or we can crack LLD, HLD interview prep? Shiva, you can crack definitely with LLD, HLD interview prep. See, but you will be able to understand the concepts better if you have some experience. But if you don't, it is fine, because you can you can watch videos, you can read about it, and then you will be able to understand for sure. So it is really about how much effort you're going to put in. You can definitely crack the interviews without some real experience, and going through it and practicing it yourself, and working on projects, or just reading through it, or just practicing yourself, you'll be able to do it. Vikram is saying, try to solve at least one problem for daily in lead code so that I maintain a good problem solving skills. Very good, Vikram. I'm proud of you. Akshay is saying, for a tier 3 college, should we do dev as there is no on campus placement, or start with DSA and target MNC? Akshay, for targeting MNC also, you'll have to know DSA to be able to crack the interviews, but you need to know dev also to make your resume stand out. Being from tier 3 college, it will be harder for you to get interview calls. You have to make your resume stand out, and you can do that by either working on open source or competitive programming, or having your own projects. DSA is very, very important for being able to crack the interviews. But being from tier 3 college, you will have to make your resume stand out. Now there are multiple ways to do that. Competitive programming is one way, open source is one way, working on your own a lot of projects is one way. You choose any one of these, or you maintain a balance of these, but DSA is important. Making your resume stand out is important. That is the thing. Aman is saying, can you please conduct contest for each topic covered in LLD and DSA? Yes, Aman, I'm planning that. I will do that. Akash is saying, what is the most important thing you look at someone's resume when you refer someone? So what I look for is how clear is the resume. I don't like seeing any nonsense. I don't want to spend too much time seeing the resume, and the key points should be highlighted. If I can see the role that you're applying for and what all you have mentioned in the resume are related, I'm going to refer you. If you have not put any effort, if there are any spelling mistake, I'm definitely not referring you. If there's any grammatical errors, I'm definitely not referring you. If you haven't put even that much effort, not referring you. If you have put in the effort to actually go through the what is expected of you in the job, and you have made a resume accordingly, I will refer you definitely. Please start graph series after trees. Definitely, Mohit. Of course, graphs have to be covered. The only thing is that it is code from scratch, and unless I cover the basics, and if I start covering graphs, there's going to be a lot of hate. I have to maintain a balance. So yeah. Ashish is asking, what was it basic LLD questions asked to you available on the internet? Can you share my site where? Can you share any site where we can find it? Basic LLD questions asked to you available on the internet. This is a good topic. I'll create a video on this. Okay. I think we can close the live, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. If there's anything else, one thing I would like to say is that please leave your questions, doubts, everything in the comments. Please show up every day. Motivate me to do so much better. I will create more and more videos, and I want to be here. I want to do content creation a lot. I want to help you guys. So please help me help you. Okay. I hope you like the live, and I hope to see you more and more. Thank you so much for showing.